Hello and welcome back to Good Game Nation, where we bring you all things TCG. My name's Preston, and today we're talking about new stuff. This is going to be a two-part. There was a lot of stuff that came out this week, so I want to do all of the card reveals in this video, and then I'll talk about all of the stuff that came out on the website, and the One Piece next plan, the Bandai plan for what's coming, and all of that stuff in tomorrow's video, so part 2. All that being said, just an attempt to make it a little bit shorter of a video since there's a lot to talk about and I don't want to hold you for like an hour or whatever it's going to take. So let's try to get these done as fast as possible so we can get you out there and to your locals playing this game instead of just talking about it. Our first thing up is a leader for OP08. We got 2 more leaders this week. The first one here is Marco. Marco, red-blue leader, 4 life, 5k power, Whitebeard Pirates. Dawn ×1, activate main once per turn. Draw 1 card, then place 1 card from your hand on the top of your or bottom of your deck, then give up to one of your opponent's characters -2k for the turn. Wow, that's I mean, there's a lot of things that are going on here. So, attach a Dawn, draw 1 card, then put a card to the top or bottom of your deck, then give -2k. So, the putting cards to the top of your deck is great. We already saw everyone going absolutely wild because there's the blue secret leader, Sanji. The blue Sanji secret from Wings that lets you play a card from the top of your deck. There's also, I believe it's a Vankov or something from the Zoro Sanji starter deck that has to do with playing stuff from the top of your deck that are like a certain cost. Like I think it's like a 2 or less or something like that. So there's a lot of interaction with the top of your deck, and this leader just sets up for so many combos. It's really exciting. And then we just got rid of a leader that has draw power in it. They're banning Sakazuki. Everyone's talking about it. Probably not anymore. It's been a few weeks. But we just got rid of a leader that has inherent draw power, and now this leader has on card draw. So I feel like they're going to start adding this to more and more leaders, especially like the leaders that we perceive as good, and then Sakazuki will make his way back. I don't think you can add this to Marco where you get a draw. I mean, it's 1 for 1, same as Sakazuki was, and then not bring Sakazuki back later. It feels like they're going to start power creeping the leaders so that they're all better, and with better leaders we will get Sakazuki back at some point. I just don't know how you not do that when this is basically doing something very similar. Let me know in the comments what you think about that. Do you think the new Marco leader is basically Sakazuki 2.0 and is going to just take over, or is it just inherently bad and we're just assuming draw power is going to be good? But next up, our next boy, Hot Boy King, got a new leader, purple black. What a great combination of colors for Animal Kingdom Pirates. King, purple black leader, 4 life, 5k power, Animal Kingdom Pirates. Activate main once per turn, Dawn -1. Or Dawn -2. If you have 5 or less cards in your hand, draw 1 card, or give up to one of your opponent's characters -2 for the turn. So another leader with draw power, but at I feel like a slightly higher cost of -2 Dawn. But also, because it has black on the character, it also gives -2s in cost, which is great. First of all, I absolutely love this leader. I think it's going to be great. A -2 Dawn is not a big deal, especially late game, where you can do all your things, -2 Dawn, the next turn you have 10 again. Not a big deal to me. The fact that you have to have 5 or less in your hand is a little annoying, but that's doable. At 5 cards in hand, you go up to 6. That's not a big deal either. In purple, where you can ramp consistently, in Animal Kingdom Pirates where you have Onigashima, not a big deal. The only thing that kind of is bad is I don't think purple has an Animal Kingdom Pirate character searcher yet, they gave it to the blue side of Animal Kingdom Pirates, but not the purple side. So I'm hoping to see a searcher for this deck, and hopefully something so we can get 2 searchers. I know there's an event that does Big Mom Pirates and Animal Kingdom Pirates. I think that's okay, but we're going to need to see some consistency out of this so that you can want to play this leader. Moving on to the next card here. Portuguese de Ace, blue character, 5 cost 6k power, Whitebeard Pirates, 1k counter. On play, reveal the top 1 card of your deck. You may put into play up to 1 character with the type Whitebeard Pirates and a cost of 4 or less. After, return the remaining cards to the top or bottom of your deck. So if you miss top of your deck, get to draw it. And this says reveal, so you have to show your opponent. They get game knowledge, but also so do you. And you potentially get a 4 or less character onto the field, which is quite nice, I think. It's a pretty good card. It has counter. It is 5 costs, so you have all of the stuff from the Three Brothers decks that you can mess around with if it matches the color profile of your leader. I think this is a good card. 5 cost 6k power is really nice, and with a good effect that you can set up with your leader. So we're getting even more things that set up with that Marco leader, which is nice. Plus blue already does a lot of that rearranging anyways. So you might have, if the Whitebeard archetype does not match up enough for your playstyle, you already have a lot of stuff that rearranges the top of your deck for this stuff. So you get multiple chances to put a card to the top of your deck to play. I think the easiest thing to do is activate leader effect, put a card, play this, get that card into play, so you're getting a little bit of a swarm. And it doesn't say it has to be a blue Whitebeard Pirate, so you have all of the red Whitebeard Pirates you already have seen. So I think it's really exciting. That deck seems like it's going to be quite nasty, and I can't wait to see all the cards that are going to come out for it. Next up, we have a black Animal Kingdom Pirate character. Interesting. Okay. Queen, black character, 1 cost, 2k power, Animal Kingdom Pirates. On play, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, choose a Animal Kingdom Pirate, except Queen, add it to your hand, put the remaining to the bottom of your deck in any order. So this is a basic searcher. The black side of Animal Kingdom Pirates gets a character searcher. This is what I was saying for the leader. I was hoping that there would also be something for purple, because I love 2 searcher decks. I think 1 is not enough, and I hope we get more. But this is it. This is a basic searcher. All archetypes basically have this. All archetypes should have this. And OP08 is already looking really exciting. I'm super excited for what we're seeing in leaders. I believe there's 2 more leaders left. And if they're as good as Marco and King, it's going to be an absolutely incredible set. Next up, we're moving on to Starter Deck 14. We finally started getting official releases of Starter Deck 14. We're pretty much halfway there with the leaks and stuff. So first official release for Starter Deck 14 besides the leader. Thousand Sunny, 1 cost, black stage, Straw Hat Crew. Your black characters with Straw Hat Crew type have +1 cost. On play, if your leader has Straw Hat Crew type, draw 1 card. That's a really good stage in my opinion. The on-play effect to draw a card is great. There's no tapping effect. It's just a constant +1, which is really good for what we've seen so far out of the stuff needing high cost cards. So you're going to most likely play this stage if you're playing that leader. And the draw 1 means even if you play 4 of these, you're going to get that draw 1 every time. Just play it over the top of it, get some extra cards in your hand, and the constant +1 isn't going to make a difference. You're not stacking that because it's not a tap effect. I think that was done intentionally. But +1, it's a decent amount. I imagine with what we're getting so far, you're going to play it. With the leader effect, you're going to be having a +2 to all characters just all the time. So you're seeing the possibility of the deck actually working. I think it needs a few more. I'm hoping that OP08 is going to have some stuff that leads into this so that you actually get a starter deck that has some support in the next set that comes out, because I think having 17 new cards isn't enough to make a deck super viable, especially in the metas that we're getting now with so many cards that support, the Black Navy minus stuff. I don't know why you would jump from that into this without a ton of support or an absolutely broken thing that we haven't seen yet. Moving on to the next card, we got two. Radius, black character, 1 cost, 0 power, Sky Island, 2k counter. Activate main, you may rest this card, give up to one of your black characters with a type Straw Hat Pirates, plus 2 cost until the end of your opponent's next turn. After this, if you control a cost 8 or higher character, draw 1 card and trash 1 card from your hand. It's a 2k counter that builds into this, and the character is from Nami's time skip arc. So we're seeing that we're going to get Straw Hat Crew characters and a character that supports them, which is interesting. So there might be a Ivankov coming for Sanji, or we might get a Mihawk for Zoro, some Revolutionary Army, maybe a dragon, or a koala for Robin, etc., etc. I'm not quite sure about this card. Resting it for a +2 doesn't seem like enough. The draw is nice. It is only 1 cost, so it's not a huge investment. I'm not a fan of it at first sight, but I can imagine it being good. At first sight, it's lame to me. I don't want to play it, but in a Dreamer's world, this could be quite nice to give that extra +2 and to get to draw a card. We'll see what happens. Let's keep moving. Next up, we have some promos, and I love this. I love when anime does this, and I love school-based animes. I think they're super fun, slice of life stuff. And we got one of each brother in 3 different colors, which is super cool. Really nice looking promos. Let's jump into Luffy first. Luffy, black character, 7 cost, 7k power, Supernova, Straw Hat Crew. On play, give your leader or one of your characters up to 1 Rested Dawn. Pretty cool. When attacking, if you have a cost of 8 or higher character in play, draw 1 card, then discard 1 card from your hand. That's pretty cool. We won't talk too long about each of these because we're getting into the longer of an episode, but giving Arrested Dawn on play is great. Give it to your leader, and then he becomes an 8, and then when he attacks, you get to activate his effect. I think that's pretty cool. Overall, I like it. These are the types of things that we need for this new starter deck to succeed, and I absolutely love that they possibly could also fit into other archetypes like the 3 Brothers stuff that came out. Moving on to Ace. Ace, blue character, 3 cost, 4k power, Whitebeard Pirates, 1k counter. Activate main, you may return this character to its owner's hand, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, then place them in any order on the top or bottom of your deck. So that's pretty great for Marco. Being able to peep even at the cost of 3 to send it back to your hand, rearranging and being able to possibly play this off of the other ace or any other combination of things is nice. That game knowledge of seeing the top 5 cards and going, yeah, I don't want to see those this game, and just sending them to the bottom of your deck for later, possibly never to see again, is quite nice and an advantage that you really only get in blue, I think. Moving on to Sabo. Sabo, yellow character, 5 cost, 5k power, Dressrosa, Revolutionary Army, 2k counter. Activate main once per turn. You may put the top or bottom of your life card into your hand, then give this character plus 1000 power. Out of all of them, I feel like this is my least favorite, even though it's one of the better arts. I love it, but the card itself, I'm whatever about. Yellow has a lot of this stuff, and I don't play yellow, so I don't know the advantage of actually doing this. I love the idea of getting more card advantage, but since it doesn't put a card back to the top of your life, I think a cycle would have been nice, but that is what it is. It's a good card, I think, but out of the three of them, Luffy's my favorite, and then Ace, and Sabo comes in third. But the brothers are good. What can I say? All right, next up we have Ryuma. This is cool. Following after the Netflix special, and they're bringing more of the stuff in. We got a Ryuma promo coming. Ryuma, green character, 4 cost, 6k power, monsters. On play, on KO, rest up to one of your opponent's cost 4 or less characters. This is great. We already have a Ryuma that does something very similar to this, which means you can now play a lot more of these, and this effect is good. Resting a character and at 4 cost or less, that's a large range of things that you can hit, and I hope they become very publicly available, especially here in the West, where every good promo ends up coming out of a tournament pack that is hard to get, which makes them expensive and unfortunate for people that don't get into the tournaments. But I think this card is good. I wish I was playing in Japan so I could get 4 of them for basically a trip to 7-Eleven or whatever it's going to be. The last card we have to talk about today, Koala, red character, 1 cost, 1k power, Revolutionary Army, 1k counter, activate main once per turn, give your leader or one of your characters 1 rested Dawn. That's great. It's the Nami effect, but for Revolutionary Army. This plays well into what they have. And giving rested Dawn is, I feel like, never going to be a bad thing. I can't imagine someone saying that using used resources is a bad thing. This is nice, and I want to see more Revolutionary Army stuff. I really like their cards and the decks that come out of it. What can you say? We've already seen this effect before, so there's not much there. But like I said, this is already a super long video, and I have to jump into part 2. So check in tomorrow. Hit that subscribe if you want to see part 2. Hit that like if you enjoyed the card reveals this week. And if you want to get more One Piece TCG content, hit that subscribe. And until next time, peace.